Real show. Your boy Dixie Trios and the beautiful Miss Conte Hort. Your boy Dixie Trios.
It's your boy Dixie Trios. We out here in these streets and we just keep it real. It's your boy Dixie Trios. We out here in these streets and we just keep it real.
It's our time. We are here to give the people what they want. The real. We are here to tell the stories of the people, the beautiful people. You are beautiful, you are loved.
Got some podcast, they want us on that show. Your boy Dixie Trios, he be trapping on the low. We out here in these streets and we just keep it real. And if you ain't know the name, it's your boy Dixie Trios.
Some podcast, they want us on that show.
Your boy Dixie Trios, he be trapping on the low. We out here in these streets and we just keep it real. And if you ain't know the name, it's your boy Dixie Trios. I'm him, beautiful Conte Horton. My mission is to connect the culture and community for the greater good of humanity. I'm a disruptor and a disruptor.
Welcome to the Westside Real show. Your boy Dixie Trios and the beautiful Miss Conte Hort.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, we on here and we about to do this thing. Guest, host. Well, no, let me say it like this, y'all. Our new guest is Patrick Peasy Swanson. My brother, my friend, my family. You know what I'm saying? We used to do a lot of things in the music industry and a lot of other things. We got he the one who I started the podcast with, my first podcast. So you know, that be said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Conte and beautiful Conte hold here, you know what I'm saying? Yay. We're gonna say yay. Let me see. Let me put some on. Yeah, some drum roll on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let Kate have it. Westside Real.
All right. Well, welcome in everybody, and thank you for our special guest, Pat. So good to meet you. Well, today we back at it again, guys. We are on the Westside Real show, and today we're going to talk about something that's really dear to us: Atlanta then and Atlanta now, from the '80s to the '90s. So what's going down today? All right. So Atlanta. Guys, Atlanta. If you ain't from here, if you don't know how to pronounce it, but Atlanta isn't just where I was born. Both of us actually, it's just part of who I am. As someone who proudly calls themselves a Grady baby, I've watched our city just transform from a place where like neighborhoods really felt like family into one of the fastest growing cities in America, to be honest with you. Atlanta has become one of the global destinations that's filled with a plethora of opportunities, innovation, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. And I'm proud, of the growth that we have saw thus far. At the same time, um, I miss the pieces of Atlanta, y'all, that raised me, raised us, right? Those familiar landmarks, our neighborhood schools, Anderson Park in the building, Walter White,
Shout out
things
to
like
Anthropology.
that. Yeah, and y'all remember when the parking lot used to be packed at the varsity? Remember? Yeah, right. Remember?
As a youngin going up in that thing.
Young, thinking that you all that, especially me as a girl, get your boyfriend, honey, take you downtown, seeing the lights and stuff like that.
Right.
You couldn't tell me nothing. But It's just it has diminished. It's really changed.
Yeah.
I
Right.
remember when the Braves Stadium used to be downtown. Remember we used to go and cut school and stuff and go to the Braves parade.
Right.
Things
Yeah.
like that. You
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
hopping at
Yeah.
Westlake train station. Gotta
Right.
walk from the
Hey,
train station because you ain't had no money to get
y'all
on the
don't remember
bus.
the blue bag they used to get at the Braves the stadium. They used to give out
Hmm.
the blue bags.
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
And
That's
I
too
think
far
that's
back.
Summer Hill. Ain't that considered Summer Hill over there where the
Yeah.
Braves used
Yeah.
to be at?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, guys, it's things like that everybody, has a shared connection with. But tonight isn't about us saying one era is better than the other. It's about us honoring where Atlanta has been, appreciate where it is today, and just to add, just asking how we preserve that soul of our city, while we continue to move forward.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what you guys got to say about that? Because I miss those days. I like where our city going, but I definitely miss those good times.
I miss the days like Screaming Wheels and you know them places like that that
Yeah.
we used to have. We they ain't that kind of stuff no more. We used to go out and have fun. Now everybody in the house playing video games
Yep.
and all and they don't the youngins don't get out as much as they used to because there
Hmm.
ain't a lot of places out here. What you say, Peasy?
Yeah, pretty much, man. You hit it on the head, man. It's like, I just remember being outside all day. I used to play ball a lot, so you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. Parkway and Nangil were where it was at. I'm talking about. Soon as we got out of school, we hooped up there to till them lights came on. You know what I'm saying? Or, we
Yeah.
just, yeah, just riding bikes around the neighborhood and stuff like that, man. I think that, now from what I see, it don't seem like community anymore, you
Yeah.
know. And and
Mm-hmm.
and and I think that's pretty much what's kind of lacking. People don't get together as much as we used to. I remember we used to have those old neighborhood days. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Void day, carbon home day. We don't have none of those no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
so I just look at it from a whole sense of community aspect. A lot of people just don't get together anymore, and I've been trying to figure out why. I got a few reasons, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get back to it. But I think we are slowly but surely becoming right back there. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
You
long as
said
we,
something big about the sense of community. Is it really doesn't seem like we have a sense of community anymore. And I would definitely agree with you with that, especially the way that life has just changed. I think for all of us with social media, Atlanta has become a huge melting pot. A lot of people that you run into, they're not even from here. They be like, "Oh
right,
wow, really? You from Atlanta? Yeah, I'm one of
right,
the original. I'm the Grady baby. Okay."
right, right. That's
But
right. That's
yes,
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
but that's so true. When you think about Atlanta and in the 80s and 90s, what
Right,
memories, come to your mind first? And when you just mentioned Carver Homes, I remember the neighborhoods like Peckwood Homes, Carver Home, Perry Home, all the homes, Bourne Home, Bankhead
right,
Court, Capitol Home.
Mm-hmm.
The city has definitely changed drastically with
right.
redevelopment. While I was afraid of those places, I'm gonna be honest with you, but our city has drastically changed, with the redevelopment. I'm on the south side. I remember Old National Highway. At one point, my grandmother used to live there. I thought it was just the rich. You had a mixed
Yeah.
cultures, that was
Mm-hmm.
out there. And it was once viewed as an upscale area,
Right.
but that has significantly changed over the years. What do you guys think when it comes to your memories of back in the day? What comes to your all's mind?
You can go for Pat.
Well, we talking about the 80s. So I remember things like my mom taking us to ride the Pink Pig during the Christmas times.
Oh
At
yeah.
Um,
Oh
Macy's.
yeah. The pink
you,
pig.
you know, right. And I remember things like that. I don't know if people remember this, but like King Fest. It was a huge celebration around the whole Martin Luther King holiday.
Yeah.
Of course, you had the Auburn Avenue Parade, but over at the King Center, they had King Fest, and they
Yeah.
had people like Rudy. I remember Rudy and what's her name, Vanessa from the Cosby Show. They
Yeah.
actually, yeah, they actually hosted it one year.
Mm,
Um, just a whole lot of things, man. Even when I talk about like upon like the community, I want to go back to. I don't know if y'all remember this. We used to have the WAOK road shows. Do y'all remember that?
uh-uh.
So
I
basically,
remember. Yeah. Yeah.
You
right,
do.
so, right.
Y'all got a
Yeah.
few years on me.
Yeah, so right. So basically, what it was uh uh FM wouldn't play a lot of hip hop, but AM radio would. And you had WAOK and you had WIGO with DJ Mike Roberts. And WAOK had Smooth Matty Mac. They had Mojo, which was the Atlanta's first original
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Mojo. Yeah.
Mojo,
I
right.
remember
So what
Mojo.
they right. So WAOK and what's his name, Chico Renfro Jr. What they used to do is they'll come to the neighborhoods and they'll like set up a stage. The radio station is out there, and it's basically like a big concert, like a neighborhood day concert. And you
Mm,
had Mojo, Hot Grits and No Eggs, Shy D, the Fat
oh,
Boys came one year. So day
oh,
man, right? And from the 80s aspect of it, you know, it just, it was a lot of fun, you
mhm.
know,
Yeah.
and a lot of times I can sit up and say, well, it's kind of dangerous now, but we had gangs back then too. You had Down by
Yeah.
Law, Get Tough,
Yeah.
5% Nation, you had
Yeah.
Five
a lot
percent.
of drugs and the Miami boys hit
Yeah.
that.
The Miami boys.
But
Don't forget
yeah.
about them
Yeah.
dirty red dogs. No, I'm just
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes,
Yeah, them
sir.
dirty red dogs. Them
Yeah,
red dogs
man.
was dirty, dog.
Oh, boy.
yeah.
Black
Hey,
cats in Decatur. Them black cats
Yeah.
boy,
in Decatur.
man. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
man.
and
Yeah.
and the Miami boys, I remember they came through strong. I had one of the my aunt was real good friends with one of the Miami boys. His name was Fat. I never forget that. But you so true.
Nice.
And now when you just brought that back when you said WAOK, I didn't put it together with the radio station, but I do recall WAOK. I really do. But I also remember V103 and Greg Street,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
street.
listening at
Yeah.
the Quiet
Shout out
Storm.
to Greg Street out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
what's up,
sir.
Greg Street? And he's still in the building. He's still in the
Right.
Yeah.
neighborhood, and
Yeah.
doing his thing. I remember I used to listen to the radio when we had cassette tapes. You call and request a song, and then you gotta be over at the radio so you can stop it, before the next
Man,
song.
I had my own little boom box, man. And every
Yeah.
Friday night, but on the weekend, on every Friday night, but what it is,
Yep,
the fresh party, the
Fresh
fresh
party.
party,
V103
fresh
Fresh Party.
party. And see,
Yes,
all
yeah,
sir.
those
boy,
sayings is just so ATL, right?
Right.
The things that you were saying, the fresh party, all that. And we ATLians and us here in Atlanta, we just got a way of how we talk. When we talk, that you from the
Right.
A.
yeah,
You
That's
know.
right. That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were definitely those were the days, and the Pink Pig. And speaking of Auburn Avenue was really predominantly black, but that street
Right.
right there housed a lot of individual civil right leaders. That's of course
Yeah,
where Ebenezer Baptist Church is, the King Center,
Right.
all that good
Right.
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
Right. That's a fact.
Which
Yeah.
leads
Yeah.
us hmm to our culture and our community. I know you mentioned that it doesn't appear that we have a sense of community anymore, and I definitely agree with you with that. Um, some of the things that made Atlanta feel unique in the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
is those things like you just mentioned right there. And so Atlanta actually felt smaller, than it is
Right.
right now, at least to me, and more
Right.
connected, because of the families, that had those deep roots and different things like that. And so traditions also, as I mentioned earlier, like the varsity, our neighborhood recreation centers,
Right.
screaming wheels, which we had those skating rings, and what
Right.
was the
Mm-hmm.
other one over in Decatur?
Golden
Golden
Glide.
Glide.
Golden Glide,
Golden Glide. Yeah.
braids,
Jelly bean.
jelly
Yeah.
beans, yes, jelly beans, and even
Yes, sir.
down to like you mentioned. I remember, y'all remember Sharon Showcase.
Of
She
course.
just opened
Yeah.
something else up. I don't know. I saw her. She done opened some kind of hall up. Have you guys saw that? I was strolling online, and she done opened up
Yeah.
a hall or something.
Yeah, she got something like that going on. I ain't really did a too much of a research though, but
Mm-hmm.
she got something going to like represent, how she used to do it back in the day, her
Mm-hmm.
club back in the day and stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, man.
do you all think that people are more connected? Do you think that people were more connected back then than how they are today? If so, why or why not?
Uh,
but, yeah, go ahead, Pat.
I was gonna say yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Everything was literally like per se a word of mouth, and it was just something that went into seeing flyers posted on those
Yeah,
telephone posts,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
yes.
Mhm. Yeah,
and it was like a word of mouth. Like I remember those high school talent shows back then, you know,
yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember those like was like the big thing, man. You had like guests, the dance group guests, and Obsession, and Make 'em
yeah.
Out, and all
Don't
them
forget
man.
too crucial.
Yeah,
Forget
too
too
cool.
crucial.
Too crucial.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all for
Woo.
taking me back. I knew y'all was gonna do it. I knew y'all were gonna wake me up. So much
Yeah,
has changed.
yeah,
Exactly. Yes,
yeah,
the
Yeah,
man.
talent
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
Oh
yes.
my goodness.
Oh, and
Yeah.
shout out to the girls explicit. Yeah,
Oh
y'all know who
yes,
y'all live. Explicit.
not,
Yeah.
not you
yes.
throwing, not you putting them out there.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Explicit. Where y'all at? I want to talk
that's
to one of
right.
y'all.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And speaking
Y'all need to
of,
come on the podcast.
yeah,
You know
That's
let's
what
go.
I'm
right.
Come on in. Come on. You welcome over here.
That's right.
saying?
Speaking of,
Hey y'all. But
go ahead.
Yeah,
that's way back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It was a great time to be in Atlanta, and
It was.
everybody, everybody was native ATLians. You understand
Mhm.
what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? We
Mhm.
had
Mm-hmm.
we had some implants, but when they came to the city, it was just like they became a part of the culture,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You
And
can't help but be part of it.
right, you can't
Yeah.
help but be a part of it, man. We had a lot of cats over there in Fort. I mean, we had these boys. They came from New York. I don't know what part of New York, but bro, you talking about
Rhyming.
some lyrics. Them boys had some lyrics, man. But it was
But
like they became a part of our culture, but they
Mhm.
had some lyrics and you know what I'm saying? It was like the big thing. I don't know if y'all remember this. Do you remember the Jack the Rapper convention?
oh
Every
yeah.
I
in the
I
remember
upper
remember
Jack the
yeah.
Rapper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yes, yes. And this guy used to come down, man, and he used to rent out one of the hotels. I think it was on like West Peachtree Street, but man, every rapper all over used to be down here, man. And
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
like an opportunity for any rapper that was from Atlanta to at least try to go mainstream. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And And man, we used to try to, get in there and rap. We had them old school artists back then, like 9 Millie and Sammy Sam and all them
Yeah,
guys.
Shout out to Sam,
Yes,
Kilo,
yeah,
sir, man.
all
You
them.
know, yeah. And those guys used to always try to get put on, but they was like, "Oh man, nobody want to hear that country stuff." But get what? We created our own lane. You understand what I'm
yes,
saying? And and
yes.
and see, that's what happens. When you you just gotta watch how you treat folk. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on now. 'Cause look at all of them down here. Everybody trying to be part of the A. And
Right.
speaking of, they didn't want to listen to that country stuff. They used to call us, especially the boys from up top, from B time, from the boys from
Right.
up top. They
yeah,
used to call us country bunchins,
Right.
and just, man, what y'all
they
Yeah.
in the
so
boom,
country.
they in the boondocks and shit.
Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
man.
just speaking of the music, what a impact, that artists like Outkast,
Yeah.
Goody
Yeah.
Mob,
Shout out to Outkast,
let's
the whole Dungeon
go.
family, the whole Dungeon family. Shout
That's
out to
Yes,
them,
it.
sir.
boy.
Jermaine Dupri. Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
let's go back even further. I think this is on me though. In my little era, I believe Kilo, because that's
Oh,
my
Yes.
little era. He was
yeah.
kind of like one of the first ones that was
Right.
rapping motherfucking the A.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
Kilo,
yeah.
Right.
Real
straight out
hard.
of Bun
Yeah,
Home.
real hard. Yeah.
Right.
I like the
Hmm.
Right.
Pigs that first album, man. Boy,
Yes.
Yep.
boy, that's a
Yes.
classic right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
just speaking of that, and our artists, we stood down. Outkast, Goody
Right.
Mob,
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Dupri. Let's go, Pastor Troy.
Mm-hmm.
People
Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
They gave
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Atlanta a national identity. I hope you
Yep.
guys agree with me with that.
Oh
Just
yeah.
like
Oh
you
Yes,
just
yeah,
of
of course.
course.
said, they help us kind of, redefine Southern music. Like you
Right.
said, we got our own lane. Be careful what you're doing, what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
We
So we
Right.
redefined this
we
shit.
we
We
we,
got
we got
our own.
Hall
Right.
of Famers. We got Hall of Famers
That's
on this
right.
Yeah,
here,
That's
boy.
right.
Now,
That's
but
right.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Coming from the South, you know what I'm saying? Straight out, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Outcast,
yeah.
you know, so, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be just Outcast, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It gonna be
Yep.
some
Right.
more coming out of here, man.
Right.
Coming out the
E-
Right.
East,
Right. I want to.
exactly.
You know what? I want to give a huge shout out to Arrested Development.
Arrested
yeah.
Development.
They
Yeah.
they they actually was the first hip hop group to actually take us global. You
Arrested
understand what I'm
Oh
Development
saying?
yeah,
from
yeah, they,
Atlanta.
yeah,
Arrested
yeah.
Development from Atlanta. Yeah, they were
Oh,
That's
the
right.
first rap group to actually take us global. You got to think about it. They came out in like 90, 91 with that hit
mm,
single Tennessee and Mr. Wendell.
Yeah,
Like they was
that's
they
the one.
was selling not only just in America, they was all over in Africa and
This is
Europe.
true.
Like
stuff.
they was traveling. And
Mm-hmm.
and them boy, and speaking of Jermaine Dupri, we can't forget about Chris Cross too now.
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Cross.
yeah.
Yeah, make you wanna jump,
That's
jump.
right.
And,
That's
and you remember
right.
wearing the pants backwards? Remember
Yeah.
everybody was
Yes.
They
doing that
created
with the big pants.
Yes.
a whole new
Yeah.
era,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Clothing,
Yes.
everybody who wearing their clothes back.
Yeah.
Show
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
was.
saying?
I know I
What
was.
it was, the cross colors?
The
Cross
cross
color
colors.
jeans.
That's
Yeah.
it. Cross
Cross
color
colors.
jeans. And if you had a pair of them, you was on. Even the
That's right.
Jordache, and remember when they came out with the felines that almost looked like
Dope boy,
okay,
feline.
and the dope boy Nikes.
Yes,
Yeah, the
sir.
Lottos. Remember
The
the
court, the
Lottos?
court, yeah, the lotto. Hey, you know what
Yeah.
though? I am trying to find some lotto gear.
Wow. And you know
Man.
what? My aunt
It's
had a pair, and Lance got her Lottos. And I looked
oh
at them. He got them on display, my cousin. And I was just like, wow, I do remember
Wow.
those,
I remember
those
them
days.
lottos. Yeah.
you
Yep.
remember y'all remember Elise?
Elise.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yep.
man. Them
Remember that Elise
boy.
wear.
They
Yep.
need to
Remember
come
that
back
Elise
with
wear.
all that. Them was some tight ass clothes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Them,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
they used
That
to
damage.
oh damage,
Remember
Damn
yeah.
it.
I had a
Mm-hmm.
damage,
couple of
good
damage on
use.
outfits. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you
Boo.
yeah, Fubu,
Yeah.
Fubu,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
For
what
us, by us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Kanai,
the
Kanai too.
Kanai.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Carl Kanai. So
Yeah.
true.
Them all the
Hmm.
old school things, man.
Dang, y'all taking up. Yeah, we going up through there, as they
Yeah,
say.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir. I love it. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes.
man.
So, what do
It
you
is,
guys think? How has social media actually helped or hurt artists, trying to build a career? I know both of you guys are in the music industry. What do you guys have to say about that? How has social media helped or hurt, artists try to build?
I'll let you
You
go
want to
first,
go?
Pat.
Okay. Um, I think it's actually two ways. It actually helps
Okay,
because you don't have to go through a lot of red tape to get your music out there.
this is
You
true.
know,
Hmm.
as it did in the past.
Hmm.
You literally had to go to the studio, make a demo. Hopefully, you can send it off and you can get put on. And I want to tell you, so if anybody listening, me and Larry can attest to this. When
Yeah,
people used to say, we're gonna put your cassette in a box, we had a lot of tapes in the box.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It actually was the
We
box. It
that's
was a tape
actually true.
box.
That's
Yeah,
absolutely true. So,
yeah,
you had to go through like a whole bunch of yellow tape. You couldn't
Hmm.
really just walk into like a record label. You
Hmm.
had to, you had to go through a whole lot of yellow tape. But you know, it did create artist development
Hmm.
yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah.
you you
Yeah,
know
I agree.
Hmm.
you couldn't just come out with a song and then throw a YouTube video together and just put it out
Hmm.
there and
Yep.
and just kind of give this false reality of like who you really are,
Yeah,
you
Hmm.
know. And back then it was like I love the fact that you had to go through like Larry would tell you like we was interns first.
yeah.
You talking about sweeping the floors,
Uh,
vacuuming the floors,
go
uh,
getting food
it's
for folks
oh
and
my
stuff.
gosh, man,
Hmm.
getting stuff, man. Me and Larry
In
had
the
three.
room. Y'all was in the room.
We
Yeah,
was in
Yeah.
the room, man. I mean,
Hmm.
it was a lot, and but it helped pay it paid off because it made us kind of really appreciate
yeah,
music and like how the industry, because we had a chance to see it from
Exactly.
beginning to end it. And
yeah,
I don't know if Larry told you, but like we was there like when those hits were being created by Tricky and Shakespeare. Like we saw Bills
yeah,
from
yeah. We
something
saw.
like
Yeah,
this to
yeah,
we saw No Scrubs. We saw
yeah.
Who That by JT Money and Joe and
You
Come on
remember that
now.
AC.
time?
And
You remember that time Michael Jackson was supposed to come to the studio?
yes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Michael
man.
Jackson was coming to see Tricky, man. Like,
Yeah,
man, it was crazy. Boys, Candy wrote a lot of hits. Like, we
Wow.
should
and we used to
Yeah.
see
have
Candy
this.
all the time.
Yes, man.
Candy
Hmm.
We
was
should
like a
like,
regular.
yes.
And
Shakespeare put on the
Kate.
beat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Candy
one of
Tamar,
sit
my
there.
favorite groups.
Man,
Wow.
she's sitting there
Tamar
writing all the
Braxton.
lyrics.
Tamar
Pink,
Braxton. Okay.
Tamar, yeah, Tricky did Tamar's first album, Pink,
Pink
B2K.
did the first.
We did their first
Even
single,
even
like
Beyonce. Even Beyonce and
Beyonce.
Destiny
Yeah,
Child.
yeah, man. So
Yeah.
it was like we saw it from like the very first beginning. So for us, it was like perfect. And I don't know if Larry remember, but it was a group called Runners. And they was doing a lot of shows and stuff, but they was sending us demos. And I remember their manager back
Who hold
Which
on.
then.
group?
Who? What's the
The
Say it
group?
again.
they were called the Street Runners. You remember it was
Street
it was some little young boys. You remember they
Oh,
kept coming up to the studio all the time and
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
yes.
Mm.
And then
yeah,
and their manager told us then, he said, look, I just came from a big meeting. He said, I'm finna tell you now. He said, in 5 years, the whole entire music industry is finna go digital. And we
Wow.
just blew him off like whatever, whatever.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
told
yeah,
he told us about the MP3 player back in the early like in
yeah.
'99.
Hmm.
He was
That
talking
Yeah,
is
about
how
this
it
stuff.
started. Oh, you
You know,
taking me down. You taking me up through there for real. The M3P player. Yeah. Yep.
yeah. So it and but to answer your question, I think I want to say it's a gift and a curse, and it really is because now it's so oversaturated. Everybody rapping now. You know,
Yeah,
you got
Yeah.
the whole creative is stuff is gone. You know, they just put on the beat. All the
Yeah.
beats kind of sound the same, same
Yeah.
subject matter.
yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not a whole lot of effort. You know, from some artists. There are
Mhm.
some great artists out there. Oh, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
it is.
Mhm.
There
It
are
is.
some great ones, but you know, you got that small, minute few that just, you know, they gonna follow the trend. Okay, this is how the
Yeah.
cadences go.
The
I do the
trend.
same cadence.
You hit it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hit
You
it.
know,
Well, I that it's I agree with wholeheartedly with Pat. You know what I'm saying on everything. Because we seen a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
We done seen scandal before it happened. You know what I'm saying? you know.
Oh, wow. I
Hey,
wish
Pat,
I could have been up in
well, Pat laughing about that shit though. But
that's a
before the
fact, bro.
masses find out about it, we already know.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm
wow.
saying?
yeah, yeah. We got some
And
stories for you, boy.
yeah,
We do.
yeah. We got some real stories. You know
It
what I'm
done
Yeah,
went
saying?
down at the studio.
man, a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
stuff, boy.
it don't went
Man,
down.
What
Cause
was y'all
really,
studio? I'm curious. What side of town was it on?
it
it was
was
on what's that street? It was on the DeForest. So
on the
back
On
force.
then,
Howard Mill.
yeah, that,
Yeah,
yeah,
Out
man.
that way.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The whole Howard Mill area, people didn't know this, but that was where all the studios was.
And what you
Dallas House
right.
and
yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So me,
Sony Studios
Sony
and was over
Studios,
there.
Dark, yeah,
Uh,
Hindu,
yeah,
Noontime, yeah,
all the
Mm-hmm.
major studios back then. They had like all the like what groups go to get they training or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like TLC, how they
Mm-hmm.
dance on the stage and all that stuff. They had all them type of studios in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Marvin,
But
yeah,
then nobody
Marvin,
know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. Wow. Wow. That's what's up. And speaking of tape boxes, I don't know, it just took me back to the record store that used to be in the West End. Remember they used to have little shows
Oh,
and
turtles.
stuff.
You talking about
Turtle,
turtles?
Uh-huh. In the West
Yeah,
End. Wow.
yeah.
All right.
West End
Yep.
Mom.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for taking me down memory lane. You guys have really, you all really have some inside knowledge and, with all the different artists and the things that you guys, had an opportunity to really see being developed. Like you all were really in the
Hmm.
in the room when these things were being, put together. And it
right.
Hey,
is
hey, hey! I want to say one thing. Oh, shout out to Sierra. We
Sierra.
was
Yes,
Okay.
there before Sierra even started doing anything. She was
Mm-hmm.
still young, and you know what I'm saying. We was there when she was made her first album. You know
yeah,
what
Wow.
I'm saying. So we know where she come from, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
And she
But
still
yeah,
anyway, go ahead.
represent her and Usher.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
represent.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She was a writer. Her name was Princess at first.
yeah. Princess.
Really?
yeah,
Look at you
Yeah,
I
dropping
forgot.
history.
Yeah, yeah. Princess. Yep, it
hmm
was. Yep, yep. It was.
Wow. Yeah, y'all was definitely in
Yeah.
the building. Oh, this is good right here. Wow. That's something.
Shout out to shout out to um damn, I'm embarrassed.
to my
I
Tricky
forgot her
Stewart,
name.
them, Tricky them,
Yeah, shout out to Tricky. Now I ain't forget about Tricky. Um
to my B Love,
Shout out to
Tab,
B Love.
Tracy
Tracy.
Hale.
Yeah, Tracy Hale. Sorry, Tracy.
Tracy go get you. Tracy, come get him.
Yeah, Tracy gonna get me, man. But yeah, shout out to Tracy, man, cause she Tracy taught her how to do what she do now. I'm gonna put it
That's
out
right.
Wow.
there.
Come
That's
on
right.
You
now.
know, Tracy really taught her how to sing
Mm.
and write.
Wow.
And
Well,
right.
I
That's
mean, you
right.
know what I'm saying? She was already writing and stuff like that, but when she
mm-hmm.
got with Tracy, I think, in my opinion, I'm gonna say that because I don't want rough no fellas, but I know that she learned a lot from Tracy, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she did.
That's
Yeah,
what's
She
up.
did.
yeah.
That's what's
She
up.
yeah.
What's Tricky?
But
I
anyway,
hear y'all talk about Tricky. Was he a producer?
yeah,
Yes.
Tricky is
Okay.
a now he's big time. He was big time back then, but he was we seen him come up. He
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
was there as he started getting his big stardom and label. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, but Tricky has done like a lot of production with like Beyonce and all anybody that that's
Hmm.
big time out there. He
Okay.
has done it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did single ladies.
Single
Um,
ladies.
yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I know Larry got to remember this. You know who actually got their start? Man, Larry watched them get their start. The
Who?
the Dream.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say
Oh,
that.
he stayed
Yeah,
off
the
of
dream.
Acre Road. Yeah, on the
Yes,
west side.
Yeah,
The
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 Dream.
dream. The dream.
Dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
remember,
and
man. The dream
yeah,
just come to the studio and just hang out. You
and
Falsetto.
know,
rap. Yeah,
Singing
yeah,
he actually
falsetto.
yeah,
was a rapper
falsetto.
first. He
Yeah,
actually
Mm-hmm.
he
was a
was
rapper first.
he was
Really?
rapping first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dream was a rapper at first. Because
Wow.
his brother Vaughn brought him up there because
Mm.
Vaughn was
Yeah.
like all over, and Vaughn the one that brought Dream up there, and it was a song I think Focus was doing like in the back with Jay
Is
Weed.
that Vaughn that went to Douglas?
Yes, that Vaughn, dancing
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Well,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah,
Vaughn. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Shout out to Vaughn that went to Douglas, man. I think he
That's right,
graduated before a year before we had, like in '94 or something like that. But
right,
yeah,
right. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
Vaughn bought him in. I forgot. I don't know what record it was for, but they was looking for like a feature artist to be on there. And Vaughn brought Dream up there, and Dream did like a 16 on the song. I don't know if it ever took off from that, but yeah, that's how he got started rapping. Just coming
All
up there,
right.
hmm
just hanging out. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Atlanta got a lot of born and bred. I mean,
Yes.
here for sure.
you
And
you
from
you.
mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No, you
Sakante.
good. You good.
But do you remember Snow
I remember
like
Snow.
Informer? He came
Yes,
out with that song called Informer. Blah, blah,
yes,
blah. I don't know
yeah,
bump on down. Y'all remember that?
right. I remember Snow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's
That probably was.
he was a white boy trying to rap
Oh yeah.
reggae style. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a
Mm.
white boy trying to rap reggae style. He had a big old hit. It was called Informer.
yes.
But
Okay.
after that, I don't know how it went with him.
Mm.
But
Mm.
Yeah,
he was a good dude, man.
yeah, he was,
I,
man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of. I'm sitting here thinking I forgot about half of the stuff, but man, we got so much history and stuff, man. That
I
we
see.
now I'm gonna tell you the most iconic thing,
Mhm.
and now I'm Larry. Tell you, I'm not a starstruck person at all.
oh yeah, me neither though. Yeah,
I'm not.
me neither.
Yeah, I'm not a starstruck person at
Unlike
all.
me, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
over here trying to play it cool. You know what?
yeah, man, I'm not starstruck at all. But man, one person came to the studio. We did his first album. I wasn't starstruck, but I was in awe. Charlie
Who?
Wilson. Charlie
Oh,
Ch-
Charlie
Wilson.
Wilson,
He put on a
man,
show. I went and
Yeah,
seen
man,
him in concert. Charlie Williams. He puts on a show and
yeah.
still
man,
doing it.
he's
Mm.
so fucking cool, man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he's singing
God.
Man,
right.
man,
Mm.
he's
Him
so
and his
down to
wife.
earth, man. He used to
First
come
name
to the studio.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He actually did he do that at the studio?
Yes.
First name
Yeah,
Charlie,
he did
last
that at the
name
studio.
Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, he did that
Yes.
at the studio, man. And boy,
Yeah.
Wow.
man, that,
Yeah.
man, the whole week he recorded his whole album in a week there, man. And it was
Yes.
just it was so fun, man. We just sit up there in the front of the front of the room in the front of the
Yeah.
studio and just be tripping, man.
Y'all
Yeah,
Yeah.
done met some of the best ones. God, wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. Charlie Wilson, I like him. I have seen him in studio in concert several times. I mean, and he bring up what I like about him in concert too. He keep it old school. He had a ladies dress, like in
Yeah.
suits and
yeah,
different things like that, and how they
Yeah.
march out. I love his
Yeah.
marching aspect, how he come out. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Charlie
Yeah. He's
Wilson,
And
tight
the real
work.
one.
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
genuine, genuine,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Genuine came up there.
genuine
Yes,
came
he
to the
came up.
studio.
peace
Yeah,
up
he,
to
Dude.
Genuine. Yeah.
yeah.
And
I'm hey,
I'm gonna say, oh, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. Oh now look, I'm gonna tell you a fun fact. So me and Larry inside a Laney studio, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
And at the time, we was recording 3 albums at the same time.
Same time, same
At the
time.
same
We,
damn time.
It was
we
in three
through
different
the
studios with
studio.
three different producers.
Yes, we had
You know?
Charlie Wilson in Laney studio. We had the group Tom Girl. Remember them? They was in
Yeah, I
Tricky
remember
studio.
them. Yeah,
And,
Mm.
yeah.
and then we had another artist. I'm not gonna say his name because he involved in the story, but I put a hint. He just did a concert, I think
Yeah,
yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah.
but anyway,
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
look, he's out in the hallway just blowing, just singing, just singing, just trying to show out in front of the ladies.
I know who you talking
Charlie,
about, man.
Charlie, Charlie heard it and was like, "Oh!" So Charlie go out in the hallway and just blow him out. The
Man, I remember that shit. Man. They were having a fucking singing battle.
They're like, okay, this what
Hey
you
man,
got.
sent the man. Hey, sent the man. Charlie sent the man home. The man said, "I don't even want to record no more tonight, man."
No.
Man,
I'm like, man.
that was funny as hell, man.
I'm like, man, you
Ah,
messing with a
shit.
big dog, man. You can't mess with the
Okay.
big dog, bro.
Man, yeah, no,
You
not
know,
like that, man. Shit.
Wow.
that was funny,
Woo-wee.
man.
Oh,
I'll
y'all
never
done
forget that
had some
night.
fun times. Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
man.
then we had B2K in the building
I remember
Oh yes,
recording.
B2K.
You remember that time B2K? And then with
yeah,
Maya, we had one of Maya
Maya.
albums, man. She came in and did like a whole album, man. Stayed with us for like a month, I think, didn't it? Didn't she?
yeah.
Mm.
Case of the X.
The
We
Case of
did
the
Case of
X,
the
yeah,
X. Yeah, yeah,
that album.
yeah, man. Yeah, we had some
Yeah,
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
We
yeah,
had
we
some
had
Okay,
fun.
some.
now.
Yeah, we had some fun, man. Those were some good days, man. Back in
It
the day,
was.
man. And then we used to get invited to like a lot of different events. Like I said,
Mm.
Yes.
when Charlie Wilson was with us, they used to have not the Brunner Brothers. Was it the Brunner Brothers show?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. He
hair
did
stuff.
perform
Mm.
there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We had got invited to the Brunner Brothers show, man. We was in the box suite and all that shit, looking
oh
They
down
yeah,
were big. The Bronner brothers, when they come,
yes.
yeah,
yeah, the
Warner
whole
Brothers.
ATL shut down downtown.
yeah. And that
Yes,
with Charlie Wilson, man. That shit was amazing, man. That
yeah, man.
God damn.
man, I
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
Outcast concerts. Them Outcast
oh
concerts.
yeah, yeah. We done been to plenty Outcast concert backstage. I'm
Yeah.
standing
Yes,
right next to Erica Badu.
And
yeah,
Erica. Yeah,
You know,
she's
yeah,
good too. I love me some Erica.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after I left Red Zone is what the studio we was working at. I started working for Outkast.
that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I had started working at Stank on these studios and stuff like that.
Stank on it.
So I used to get to see Big Boy and Dre and all the Dungeon family, the whole Dungeon family,
Dungeon Family.
Erica Badu, man. Well, shout out to Erica Badu, man. I used to have a crush on Erica Badu, but
Yeah, Erica big fine now. She
yeah,
is,
she couldn't
yeah.
do no wrong.
Oh yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
shout out to all of them, man. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
Dungeon Family. Come on now.
yeah, man.
I
But
remember
those,
he did that song, Sorry, Miss Jackson. I think
yeah,
Oh yes,
I think it was something going on. Yeah.
yes,
yeah.
Sorry,
I
Miss
yes.
Jackson.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually there when they made that album, man. I was a part of that making that album, man. Speaker Box in the Love Below.
Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. You remember Speaker Box in the Love Below? Yeah, I was there when they was doing that album, and but it
Yes.
was, man, just to see how Dre produced, man. You know, y'all know, man. Dre could do some producing, man. He ain't just be on that flute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He
Right.
could
Right.
he could actually make uh he did like I think he did the damn Jane. And
Yeah. Yeah.
he did like the ATLians album.
Yeah.
He did most
Yeah.
of that production.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did the
Yeah.
artwork.
Yes.
He did the
mm,
artwork on there. You know the lady with the afro and all.
mm-hmm,
Right.
He did
mm-hmm.
all of that.
Okay. Have
Yeah,
y'all ever worked with CeeLo?
yeah. Well, I don't know.
No,
Nah.
we never worked with. We worked with Gil.
Yeah, Gil.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Gil
CeeLo was
was
with who was CeeLo with? Is it good?
Yeah, he
Was
was
it
good
with
in
good
my.
Goodmark.
Mark?
Good
Yeah.
in my.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Now we did work with Gil. Gil was featured on JT's Money song called "All Right" that Shakespeare produced.
Mm-hmm.
So right, so Gip was featured on Soleil's album. The song was called "We've Been Trying Too Long."
Mm-hmm.
So Gip, man, hey, Gip is
Yeah.
actually one of my favorite Dungeon Family artists. Like
Yeah.
he is
Yeah.
that guy,
Me too.
man. He like when he come in, he like look. This he changed the whole concept of that song for
Mm-hmm.
Soleil. It was going one way. He said, no. This is what we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And he said we gonna rap like me and you are a couple, but we gonna be going back and forth to each other. And man, he changed the whole dynamic of that song, man. And Gil to me don't get a lot of credit. He do, but he don't. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
Gil man is like he to me he's the spark of the Goody Mob. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is like he that guy. You know he got
Yeah.
that look. He the one jumping around on stage, keeping everybody crunk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
just
The
a
whole vision.
different entity. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
of the whole group, man. Like if it
right,
wasn't for him, I ain't gonna say they
right,
would have, did what they did, but he just put the fire to the.
Yeah, he brought yeah, he turned
right,
it up. Mm-hmm.
right. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
did. He did. He
Well, I'm
did.
gonna say this because I don't want no shade, but everybody in the gang in the Goody Mob had they different
Yeah,
way of
Flavor
bringing.
to
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had their different
yeah.
style and they had their different. You know what I'm saying? Because CeeLo was definitely different. Then you
Oh my
had
Mm-hmm.
God.
Cujo, and then
Oh
Cujo.
yeah.
Tito. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Yeah,
That's
Cujo.
my folks. They're my folks. Cujo, they're my
Yeah.
kin folks.
Yeah, King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That man, that cell therapy, man. That
Oh yeah.
you know,
Cujo, man. Cujo destroyed that verse.
man, yeah,
Mm,
Yeah.
that cell
That
therapy,
man.
man, went crazy.
That man got out. That
Yeah.
man got
come
out
on
on
now.
that one. Yes, sir.
Them
But
Sorry
was
about
the
that.
days.
Yeah, I know we done got
But,
off
yeah.
topic. Our bad. We done got off topic,
Yeah,
but
we done went down the music
yeah,
lane, but I like
yeah,
that though
yeah.
because
I love it. I
I
love it.
like the inside. Make sure when y'all fellas get back in the studio, let me just be at the front desk, checking everybody in. Make sure
bet,
make sure I'm in the
Right,
building now.
yeah, yeah,
right,
bet that, yeah, yeah.
right,
That's
man.
what's up. I like that for you guys, and
Oh,
I'm really
oh, oh.
mhm.
Let me say, because I'm still remembering stuff, man. This thing bringing back memories. But Tyrese Gibson,
Uh-huh.
Yes,
he used to. Well, he was related to. He's related to the producers and Tricky and shout out to Laney too. Um,
right.
but yeah, man, he used to come by and be hanging out with a nigga. You know what I'm
Wow.
Yeah, all
saying?
the time.
All the time, man. And we was the first one when he did Baby Boy. We was the
Yeah,
Mhm.
first one to see it
yeah.
before the nation seen it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That movie right there, you can sit down and watch that just like it
Right,
ain't nothing.
Yeah,
Jody, Jody.
yeah,
Yeah, and
right,
Taraji P.
right,
Henson. Yeah.
yeah. And he
right.
said
Yeah,
Wow.
You remember us sitting in that little side room in the studio, and we
Right.
just sat there, and all of us we just sat there and watched the whole movie, man, with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
You know what I'm
With
saying?
the little numbers on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, cause it ain't even hit the movies yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
It wasn't even in the theaters. Ain't nobody said nothing about it or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
just ran in there and say, "Man, I just did a movie, man. My first movie, man." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You remember
Isn't
that
Yeah.
shit?
that something? And that was
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
first
man.
movie. Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
man.
How people really just get started and you know, because we all have to have a you know a beginning. You know what I'm saying, and a starting place. That's
Yeah.
something. Wow.
Right.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
like
man.
that. Y'all done shared a lot of good, insightful information, and y'all done rub elbows and been in the room with some big people. You know, as
Yeah.
well as what you guys contributed to it, as well, what you guys, were doing
Hmm.
in the background with sound and producing music, different things like that. That's what's up. I like
Hmm.
that. All
Mhm.
right, now definitely talking about the Southern pride and
Yeah.
authenticity. Yeah, y'all was
Yeah.
up, y'all was showing up in the building.
Yes,
Yeah. We,
yes,
we, we got
yes.
out the we got off a little bit, but
I like
Yeah.
yeah,
that.
man.
We
That
It's
needed
all
that.
good, man. Yeah.
Mm,
I
yeah,
like
but
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that man, it just bring back memories.
yeah,
Um, you know.
Yeah. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now
both of y'all.
yeah.
No,
Go
go
ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
no.
You go. You go.
Now I was going to say I remember so I remember being in high school just writing raps and stuff. And the very first I'll never forget it. We had I was taking up typing at the time. And I was one of the very few guys that actually took typing class in
Mm.
actual high school. And the guys
Mhm.
used to laugh, which now is so beneficial to me because I
Uh-huh.
can type fluently now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? But one day I had wrote a rap and it was something about Grady High, and I decided to
Great.
type it. Yes, I decided to type it in class. Mr.
Uh-huh.
Levy snatched the paper out of the typewriter. He read it. He was like, "Shh, I'm finna let y'all read these lyrics." And he read and he read the lyrics in front of the whole class. And
No.
yes, Lord, man. And then from that point on, somebody came up to me and said, "Man, you need to start doing it." So what I did was I didn't have no music equipment. Just straight up, I had no music
Mhm.
equipment. So the way I used to do is I used to have a tape recorder, and I used to have another tape recorder. So I have a beat on one boom box, and I'm recording on the other boom box in
Come
front
on
of it.
now.
So so I'm in the middle of both boombox and rapping, and and that's how I made my demos. So
Uh,
yeah, so I remember it was a record label called Itchabon Records back in
yeah.
1989. I don't know if
Mm,
people remember that.
Yeah.
It was Itchabon Records, and
Keith
Mr. Ian
first.
Burt, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Mr. Ian Burt was the A&R for Itchabon. So
Hmm.
I sent my demo in. He didn't respond. I sent another one. He responded back and was just like, it's okay, but we're not going to do it or whatever. But I remember I formed a group with a homeboy of mine named Dana and his cousin. We called ourselves a New Reign of Terror. We met
okay.
we met some managers at a talent show. I don't know if y'all remember the OIC building.
Oh, I
They
remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
the
OIC.
OIC
Yeah.
building. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they used to do talent shows over there, and the managers saw us. They signed us, and we actually went to a record label called Masters and Masters,
Hmm.
and it was Corey Wilson, and it was Corey Wilson, Angelo Redden, and it was Swift, Cut Master Swift. I don't know if y'all remember him,
Yeah.
but
Cut Master Swill.
Swift. Yeah.
Uh,
So those three guys own that record label. And 9 Milli had an album out. DJ Wynn put an album out. CMP put an album out. Then you had the Thomasville Click. We was featured on the Thomasville Click album.
Tom.
So
Mhm.
that's how I started getting into music way back then. So
Mm,
the Hard Boys, remember Sammy Sam used to come up there.
Sam.
Um,
Yep.
right. So it was a lot of local talent back then.
Mm,
Then Ghetto Mafia came out.
Ghetto Mafia. Yes.
Right. So I was like in that era, but my career never jumped off. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
actually I took a long break, and then I saw some interview or something where Puff said something about interning for Andre Harrell over at Uptown. That's
Mm,
how I got the idea of interning. So, so,
yeah.
Yeah, get your feet in the door.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I called around. I called Patchwork. The girl Laura Giles was just like, nah, we not looking for none, but I know somebody who do. Call. She said, call my
Mhm.
boy Trey Davis over at Red Zone. That's how I
Mhm.
got on the Red Zone.
Shout
And
out
then
to Dre.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre Davis.
yeah, Big
Yeah,
Dre, what we called him. And
yeah,
then
Big
Oh,
Dre.
and
yeah.
my brother called me and told me about Larry. and,
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Hey, cause at the time I was working at the airport with his brother.
with Daniel.
And
Yep, that's right.
shout out
wow.
to Daniel. Shout out to
Yep,
Daniel. What up,
yep,
Daniel? But his brother put me and him together. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
And what he
Look at
did
God.
was he got in touch with Pat, and then Pat was looking for an intern. So I went in there and Pat hooked me up, and then the rest of it was history. You know
Come
what I'm
on
Yeah,
now.
saying?
That's how
It
it
went from
began.
yeah,
that's
that's how
how.
it began. It went from internship to studio
Studio
manager,
management.
and
Yep,
then I was engineering for
the
the
Outcast.
yeah, I was engineer, and then I started working for Outcast. Then
Yep.
going
Wow.
into the studio doing that. I was actually a manager. I forgot his name. What the manager, the studio manager name.
Dre
I
over with the Outcast. To my over at Stank on You.
yeah, Stankonia Studios.
Uh, it wasn't Regina. No, not Regina. It wasn't
No,
Kill.
you
I,
know the
I,
short white guy.
yes, yes.
Um,
I
I
know you're
want to say
talking about.
Frank, but it ain't Frank. I forgot, man. I'm sorry. Anyway, I started working at that studio because I don't know how I even started working there. But anyway, when I started working at Stankonia, I had to meet Outcast and Dungeon Family and you know what I'm saying, even Killer Mike, even though we went to
Right.
school together, we graduated together and stuff like that. Um, when Killer Mike seen me up in there, man, he was like, Larry, what's going on, man? And you know, man, it was cool, man, because you know I knew him and he knew me from school and everything. So
Hmm.
um, I was at his beginning
Right.
before he even made like the Adidas and went out first his first album with
Yeah.
Adidas song and all that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
I was around before then, like when he still was trying to do um he was going to different studios doing mixtapes.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was down and he was preparing his album. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I was there when he was doing his first album.
Right.
But anyway,
But
but
I
yeah,
anyway,
like it. Y'all definitely y'all went down up through there for sure. Wow, that's something. That's a lot of history
yeah,
and a lot of accomplishments and just being in the room. And
yeah,
yeah, I like it. I like it. Wow, that's
yeah.
something.
And a
Well,
lot
well,
of
well.
people.
So we just had a whole history of ATL and the music industry, how some of our biggest names were produced
Yeah,
and in the room. Yeah, that's what's up right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. Yeah, y'all will always have those memories and take them, with you guys. And that's something to even, talk to your families and your kids and your grandkids,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff about. They be like, well, my granddaddy, no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
and,
love
and
it.
we
I love
also
it.
we also, after that, all of that though, Conte,
Mm-hmm.
we started our own thing.
Surely
Mm,
Boy
did.
James, Boy James Entertainment, and Oh Damn Entertainment, and we
Right.
had our little thing going, but we were finding artists and all that kind of stuff. We had some artists on the
We
yeah.
did.
roster. Yeah,
We
we had
did.
some
Wow.
artists on the roster. Yeah.
We did.
Let me. I'm show y'all a picture
Okay.
of one of the groups that we had going, and yeah, man, we tried, man, but you know, it was uh to the point to where they wasn't listening to
Mm.
us. You know what I'm
Yeah. Oh
saying?
yeah.
They were bigger than
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
program.
Bigger
yeah, they
than the
were big.
program.
Bigger than
Yeah,
the
bigger than the
program.
program. Yeah, and they,
Mm.
what I'm saying, they thought that they could do it their way. But it was
Uh-huh.
like, even though all this technology and YouTube now is out there, you know what I'm saying, y'all still got to put in a certain type of
Hmm.
work. It ain't
Exactly.
just
Right.
gonna be. It ain't gonna be just that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. COCMG.
Yeah,
I remember that
CLCMG.
Wow.
song. Yeah. Yeah, man.
CLCMG.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They had a nice little thing going on. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they
But
did.
I'm gonna say that, but I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the egos got into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know, they. It's just that stardom got to their head too quick.
Too
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like we was promoting them on YouTube and everything. Then they were doing their own stuff too, and it was getting a lot of exposure. Man, they started to get a lot of hits and stuff like that, and everything like that.
Mm.
And they were still in high school, but were they still in school or high school or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah. They were still in high school. Yeah.
that? Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And they see
Okay.
they grades started declining and stuff due
Um,
to all the hype
Hype.
exposure.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
their parents kind of took them out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely did. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me reel y'all right on back in. Y'all
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
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 Man,
They mamas took them out. Yeah.
yeah. Then
Wow.
then we had some other groups that we were working with. Um, it was just hard working with the younger crew.
Yeah.
They had a lot of talent, man. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, man. They had a lot of talent, man, but it's a lot of stuff that was getting in the way from them really being dedicated to what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like we don't even see them out there.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Have you guys,
It didn't.
ran across any of them since, that time?
No,
No,
we didn't.
no,
Mm-mm.
we didn't,
Mm-mm.
man. You know.
No,
So
we try, and that goes to this when, and I always tell artists, just because you make a song, don't mean that that it's a hit, you
Mhm,
know, and
mhm.
and. And every time they made a song, oh man, I'm telling you, this the one. We was like, no, that ain't the one, bro. Let's just keep working. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Like, okay, no
Mm.
yeah,
problem. And we
Um,
just, yeah, man. My patience started getting low at that
yeah,
time. I ain't lying to you, man. I couldn't take. I
I
told
can
Larry,
just
man.
imagine. Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. I was like, man, I can't do this no more, man. These young boys, they don't
yeah.
want to listen. They
Testosterone,
think,
ego, it doing
right,
too much. Yeah.
I mean,
right,
we was getting them like some real events to go to and perform.
yeah, yeah,
We had everything set up. You know what I'm saying? And they would just start to trip. And
Wow.
yeah.
like that, the other group, they had, man. Now this group, remember them three boys? The one on was there was
Oh,
two rappers and one on there was a producer.
oh yes, yes. Yeah,
man, them niggas they had some shit, man, on their
yeah,
hands,
they
man,
did. They
man.
did. They did. It
But
was
they
that one
just,
artist that messed them up. That one artist started
Mm.
yeah,
feeding it to the other. Yeah, I get that. Now he thought he was bigger than the program. The other two was humble.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
the
that's
other two
what he
humble,
did.
yep.
Yeah,
They had their
he
clothing line together and everything.
yes,
The other
yes,
two
them
did.
boys. Yeah, them boys that was yeah, they had it, man. He saw some YouTube videos and thought he knew the business in
yeah.
24 hours and he ain't know that. So,
It's 24 microwaving it. Yeah, in
Yeah.
24
eh,
hours, like you know.
Mhm. And
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
man.
I believe them other two guys did something, but him, I don't know. He probably working at McDonald's somewhere. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. He didn't have
Okay.
a clue.
Yeah,
He didn't have
He
a
might come across us talking
yeah,
and know who
better
we
believe.
talking about.
yeah, yeah.
Right, right, right. But yeah,
But
they had a nice movement. They did. They had a nice movement.
yeah,
Wow. Well, thank y'all for sharing. That was a great, overview of our our city and music history and, just Atlanta, then versus now.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I did just want to close us out just with a few things here when it comes to our city and how things have changed, like our neighborhoods and different things like that and the growth that's within our neighborhoods. What are
Mm-hmm.
you guys' thoughts on the rising cost of housing, and redevelopment? Speaking of these areas that we was in and just going back to the south side where you're from, old fourth ward, different things like that. The housing cost has increased drastically, especially
Yeah,
over these last 5 years. It's just like what is going on, but
right,
our wages have not, kept
Mm-hmm.
up with
right,
the pace. So making it affordable is a major concern for our long-term residents and our kids and individuals that are coming up, as well behind us. I remember, where you can get $400-500. I remember my first apartment on Martin Luther King. I was just talking to my
right.
cousin about this. I was 17 years old. My auntie
Mm-hmm.
had to go
Woo.
out and get me an apartment. I had my first daughter when I was 16, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Rent a month was $175. It was a little one
Woo.
bedroom apartment, but
Yeah,
it was 175. I remember
yeah.
I moved in Shamrock. Y'all remember Shamrock on Campbell
Yes.
Road?
Yeah, yeah,
I
Yeah.
paid 435. Now those apartments are like 11, 12, 13, 14, $1,500. I mean,
Man,
housing costs has just it has drastically changed. What do you guys think about that? And the rise in costs um of housing in our city now.
I think it's ridiculous.
Very.
You know what I'm
very.
saying?
I second that.
Let it be
Right.
known that's, I mean, I love my city,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in Macon right now.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being is the cost is
Yep.
way low down here, man.
I might be down there with you
Yeah,
because I
cause
downsized and moved into an apartment townhouse setting, and I hadn't lived in this type of setting in over 25, going on 30 years. But I was forced when
Wow.
the kids left. I was
mhm.
forced to really downsize, and I'm still paying about a good amount, 15, $1,600, and just for a little apartment. And I'm just like, what is going on?
Listen, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No, 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 no,
but
no.
down here paying that much, you got you can almost get like a 5 bedroom house
I had already said it. I'm
Wow.
leaving. I got
down
me
here.
a plan
You
in
know?
place because it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy. What you
yeah.
think, Pat? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it has jumped. Man, look, the house that my brother them still stay there. Uh, that house, the mortgage used to be $400 a month,
Mortgage.
and yes,
Mortgage.
the
Mm-hmm.
mortgage was 400 and some change. But now that the property value, like old four
That's
Ford
what's
is like,
keeping them. Mm-hmm.
yes,
Keeping
old
keeping
four
them
Ford
out.
is like that, right? It's that land now, and not just there, but
Mhm.
literally like pretty much the whole entire Atlanta. So it's like everybody's moving here now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a lot of these old, I mean, a lot of these old developers. They,
Mm-hmm.
you had, like the grandparents, they decided, when they left,
And they
you
took
had the grandchildren. They didn't, or their kids didn't want to keep the house, so they was like, "Oh, we'll sell it."
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
For a little of them
And
now, 40,
so
50,
look for it.
$60,000,
Yeah,
and these houses going for two something, which is
Yes,
crazy.
yeah. And
You
yes,
know.
yes,
they sell them to them people for that low price, and
Mm-hmm.
then them people got extra money to fix it up, and
Yep.
then they
right,
sell it double that price.
It triple,
yeah,
quadruple. You're right.
quadruple, yeah,
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 Yes. They
a
they'll
house,
come in and purchase a house, 40, 50,000, because like you saying with your family house and this is that and other, it's the property tax that's going up. Them people have put about $20,000 in that house and put a price tag on that house in the hundreds of thousands, 200 and some thousand. That's another thing that's really hard for us to do as well. Me being single, and only got one income, your debt to income ratio is
yeah.
kind of kicking me out the door, for home
Hmm.
ownership, because now I have been approved. And that was an accomplishment for me to get my name, get me a little, what you call the approval letters where you can go take, but you can't get anything for 150, 60, 70, 200,000 no more. I
Oh
mean,
no,
no, no, no, no, not at
yeah.
all,
you got to be.
not
Oh,
at all.
I know in Dixie Hill area,
Mm-hmm.
those properties are going for 200 or more.
Isn't that something?
And
Wow,
yeah, yeah. Look it
Yep.
up. Look it up. Look it
I
up,
believe
y'all.
it,
Look it up
because
there.
they want it. They taking it. That's, what they said as well. They are rebranding our city. Over there, Adamsville and all that. That's gonna be
yes,
Upper West Side. They calling our shit
right,
Upper, Lower Manhattan.
Wow.
right,
That's Upper West Side. Microsoft and Google, all that stuff came in. They took over back there where y'all talking about, like Howardville,
right,
um,
Yeah.
Marietta Boulevard. You know how
Yeah.
you could have went that
yeah,
back way,
Yeah. That
taking
back way. Yeah.
$1 million houses over there.
that's right, that's right,
Crazy. Yeah.
that's right, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like the whole, gentrification crisis. You know,
Gentrification.
Hmm.
and they buy low, sell high. So
Yep.
now they have outpriced all of the natives.
And
you
pushing
know,
us
and,
out. Mm-hmm.
right, right,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy because I rode down. We actually went down Boulevard today, and they're
It looks
putting.
so different.
Oh my gosh, man! They're and everywhere in Atlanta. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if it's a small space. They are putting apartments there.
Straight
They're
up.
putting
Yeah. Yeah.
straight up. It's like
Straight up.
right, and they it's called prime time real estate, and they put it in those locations to where it's so convenient to downtown,
Yep.
Hmm.
and they making these neighborhoods live, work, and play.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said it right.
That's it.
And,
You're right. Yep.
right,
Live, work, and play.
live, work, and play, and now it just drive like you say, drive the property taxes up,
Yep.
and now you got natives that can't even afford the property tax. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the house and we're
Yeah.
gonna sell it, and we gonna and
Yeah.
it just keep going
Yeah. It's keep going.
Yep.
until we out of here,
That's
and
sad. Pushing
you
us
know,
out, forcing us.
pushing
They
us
they
out.
say if you don't want to sell the property, we finna make you, because we finna
Right,
tax you on
Yep.
these taxes, and you're not
right,
gonna be able to
You ain't
stay
gonna be
on
able to
this
afford it.
ground. Yep.
Yeah.
right,
You
right.
ain't gonna
And
be able to
then
afford it.
and that goes back to our original thing. People look at, I ain't gonna say why crime. I got it. That's another subject for another day. But a lot, but a lot of these things that's going on. If you really pay attention to it, a lot of these kids, like you do have a lot of the neighborhood recreation centers. They are actually still around. But what about the green space that we had?
Yeah.
Just to play or just ride bikes down the street
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
or like you say, these small landmarks that we used to go to, like these neighborhood corner stores and the neighborhood game
Getting
rooms, and
All
pension,
on. They trying to get rid of
Mr.
all that.
Person. Yep.
and see, Now it's all gone. You really didn't have to leave your own neighborhood just to
Yeah.
have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because everything was inside the neighborhood.
Yep. Even
Everything was
multiple
right there.
schools, you know, even
Yeah,
Yes,
schools, you
multiple
had
schools.
neighborhood schools,
yeah.
you
That's
know, that
right.
was in neighborhoods.
That's
You
right.
know, which took me to, you know, just education and youth, you know, how schools and opportunities for young people have changed because they have pushed them out. They done closed the schools down. Then you got to travel. They want to bus you over to other
Right.
communities where you
Right.
definitely don't fit in. You get over
Right.
there and you fall behind because the curriculum.
Everybody hate Chris. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's it.
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how he used to have the
Yeah.
bus way out the side of his neighborhood?
Right.
hmm
Right.
yeah.
Right.
It's terrible. It really is.
Right.
And
Yeah.
speaking of that, you know, just looking ahead for our city because it's just it. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, that's the part that I don't like. I like, you know, the growth and the development, but the people that you are hurting and who have been here, who are what you call displaced at this time because we can't live and be here. That's the hurtful part about it because you're
Hmm.
pushing us out of what we know, you know,
Yeah, we
what
grew
we
up
have
there.
built.
We lived our lives. Our grandmas, you know what I'm saying,
Yep,
built houses and stuff
for
in these
us.
neighborhoods
Mhm.
for our families and stuff.
Yep, yep.
Right.
Even over there
Right.
where your grandma house was, my grandma,
Yeah.
you know, was right down the street, and it's
Hmm.
just so dilapidated now. I mean, they ain't gonna do nothing but take it, you know,
Yeah.
eventually. They
Right.
have already, the developers been bought it. They just have had what you call like a timeline, you know, like
Right.
the next 5 years, all that stuff is gonna be wiped out. You
Hmm.
know, and
Right.
it's gonna be totally different, just like you over there on Boulevard. I rode down Boulevard and I thought and went to Punt City off
Oh
North
yeah.
Avenue. I said, "Is are you the streets are the same now? The
Hmm.
same blood is on them streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just
Right. That's right.
but
Right.
baby, it's totally different. And I can't believe how Boulevard they even took the hospital. Why would you guys
Yes.
take a level 2 trauma center
Center, yeah.
out the city and put the strand on Grady? And you already know
Yes.
Grady is
Yeah.
spazzed out. I mean, that's another hurtful piece too. Why would you take
Yes.
and Atlanta Medical Center was a level 2 trauma center. I
It
worked
was.
in the
Yeah.
ER,
Right.
you know, and
Right.
that
Right.
hospital serviced
Right.
many of people. You know,
Yeah.
not
Right.
just the people in the community, people from areas like I am in here on the south were transported down to Atlanta Medical Center. And
Hmm.
you
Right.
know, it's just a strand on Grady, even though Grady is developing,
Yeah.
but it's still just, you know, it's something. Those are the things that you recall, you know, as well about Atlanta, which takes us to the future. You know, what do you guys hope that Atlanta would look like 20 years from now? I'll be 68. Okay. What do you guys what you
I ain't gonna need to say how old I'm be.
I'll be 68 20 years from now.
Ooh-wee.
What is you guys hope? My hope is that Atlanta will continue to grow without losing its history, you know, its affordability, its hospitality, and that genuine cultural identity. What you guys think? What are you guys hoping that it looks like 20 years from now?
You got first.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
I'm hoping that we can be able to move around. We need our space back. It's too crowded. I just going to
Yeah.
say it. It's too crowded.
Don't
The,
we our borders is closed, goddamn it. I'm sick of it. Take y'all
Don't
ass back up
no
north
more.
of
We don't need no more
Pennsylvania.
about.
Y'all back. Y'all done been down here, pack
yes,
up and go back to your native
yeah,
country, your native
yeah,
city and
Yeah.
state as
yeah.
well. But they done took over. You can't tell them they not from Atlanta. You know, think
Right,
about
Yeah.
even these reality shows, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Them folks not from here.
No, they ain't from
mhm.
here.
They
Nah,
not
they.
from
Except for
here.
Candy. Candy,
Yeah. Yeah.
Candy. I think is the
Yeah.
only original one.
They
I
Yeah.
think
switching out
Scrappy
so
is the
much.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Scrappy
Put
rest
is
of
the
your
them
original.
deal on it.
now.
I stopped looking at it. It had got
I,
just
I don't look at it. I don't look
yeah.
at it either. My wife
Yeah.
look at it, but I don't look at it.
Your wife,
I'm
well,
like, they
she's
not from
Me
Atlanta.
neither.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're not from
It done
Atlanta,
got
man.
too. Even though it was already fake, it done got too fake.
Too fake. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had I snipped it as well. And those are the things right there that give other people who are outside, baby, they want to come in Atlanta. When they come and go to Atlantic Station and stay at like the 12, and the 12 is so overrated now. It's just a hot mess. But you are, when I used to work down there part-time, oh, they would come through. Oh my goodness, you couldn't tell. They get the pictures take. Yeah, you can
Hmm.
tell them that they went in Hollywood somewhere. Okay.
right,
But
right,
Atlanta is, we got it going on. We like you
right,
know,
right.
they we got our own lane, we got our own way, of things. What I do
You know.
like as well. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was saying, you know what I don't like
What?
What's that?
nowadays? Like, okay, these young people. Oh, we lost you, Pat.
No, no. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, okay. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little story. All right, I was working, and I had to catch a train. I'm coming from a high travel train station to make it short.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
Station.
I'm walking to my house. You know what I'm saying? Dixie, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
Somebody ran up to me and asked me, I'm from the west side. I said, yeah, I'm from the west side. And they wanted to take a picture with me.
What?
I'm like, what the hell? You know what
They
I'm
finna
saying?
find out we a real ATL right here from the
What?
west side.
What the fuck? I'm like, what the hell? And it was a young
Right.
nigga too. It was a young guy, man. It was, what I'm saying, a young black teenager somewhere.
They want to get here.
And
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
what's so significant by me saying that I'm from the West Side? You know what I'm saying?
We
I'm just
is.
saying,
Yeah.
you see how the
Atlanta
world has changed on this shit.
coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And now me being down here in Macon, these people in Macon want to go up to Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
They
Right.
about.
trying to move there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
Right.
I was trying
Trying
to
to
get
get away.
away. I'm
Try-
trying to get away because how crowded it is up there, man.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Right. Right. Right.
Nuts.
Because the traffic ain't no joke up there
The
now.
7-lane highway, they done made our lanes downtown 7 lanes. And even on the weekend, it's crazy. I'm glad I work from home. And don't have to fight that traffic
Yeah.
because it's nut. You go for an 8-hour job, you go out, especially if you working up in Alpharetta or up
Yeah,
285
yeah,
Roswell. You done already got a 11-hour day right there, just with your 8 hours,
Right.
traffic
hmm
and work.
hmm
It's
Right.
crazy. It
yeah,
That's
really.
right. That's right,
hmm
man. Is and see, so the way I look at it is when I say crowded, I mean like the buildings, we don't have you can't even look, we had to get off. We stay down in Riverdale, so we had to get off at
Yeah.
Lakewood and go the back way to Howard Mill. That's where we was going. We was going
golly.
to Howard
Mm-hmm.
Mill, and we
Mm-hmm.
had to go the back way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just telling my wife, I said, man, like it's like every block, it's just buildings. You can't
It
park.
is.
They were charging to park in Anthropology. I'm like, how
Every.
you charging to park in
Yep.
the public parking lot? This is
Yep.
crazy. You know? And it's
Yep.
like, but that's what I'm talking about. And they look at you like you in the wrong. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. I've been here since 1972.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about how this shit is supposed to be, bro. Like I know how this
Exactly.
shit is supposed to be.
Yep.
Like I can tell you what building was here before Anthropology got here. It
Yep,
Exactly.
wasn't nothing.
yep,
It
yep.
Yep.
wasn't nothing. It was a bunch of kudzu,
Yep.
a
Yeah.
couple
That
of
part.
water
That
pits. Come
part.
on, bro.
Yep.
You know, like, come
Yep.
on, man. Like, and see, that's the thing, man. You go through downtown, all these streets are closed.
They
It's just
are.
congested and
I'm
just,
afraid. I'm afraid
yeah,
because I'm wondering
yes,
about the platelets and all that stuff in the bottom because everything is going up. And I'm
yes,
surprised, especially like on 10th Street, all that, and
hmm
they are massively high. All these,
yes,
what you call them, condos,
Yeah, them
yes,
condos. Yep.
It's I don't know. I really hope that they had a good architectural, design team, because
Right.
what about what's going on underground and being able to sustain that stuff? I
Yeah,
don't think
Right.
that we were built for it. Atlanta,
No.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
that's not our forte here. But everything
Right.
is going up. You right, buildings every which way. Even over Whitehall. I do like how they redid Whitehall. Now it's really
Mhm.
nice over there, but
Yes,
they
yes, yes.
coming
I
out.
like that.
They coming out to the south too. They starting to tear the
Yeah.
highways down and
Yes.
all the trees. Our oxygen. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
one day you look at getting off the highway and you like, damn, am I getting off at the right exit?
Right.
Okay, what they didn't tear
Right.
Everybody,
Right.
everything down.
like,
Right.
did
That's
I
a
go too
fact.
far? Did I go too far?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yes.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
it was right there. You know what
uh
I'm
huh.
saying?
And
Did I go too far?
they sliding right on in, and they pushing them out that city. I don't know. I just can't wait to see. I know I'm gonna be a little bit older, but I want to see why they want the cities. But you know what? It goes back. Just think, guys. It goes back when we talk about our heritage. We
Hmm.
were in the city. They put us down there and around and all the projects and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what we
Right.
was, and then
Yeah.
they
Right.
moved out. They ain't want to be around us. They moved to the suburbs,
Hmm.
and the outskirts and this, that, and the other. Now they want it back. Again,
Right.
a
Yeah.
control thing as well. They
Right.
pushed us out.
Man.
And yet they brought us from the country. Let's just be real. They took us
Right.
from down there,
Yeah.
and our habitats, and our
Yeah.
grandmamas and great grandmas brought us up here, and then put us in the city, throwed us in all these project homes,
Yeah.
took the
Yeah.
fathers out the family. That's a whole nother show right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, built us up,
We gonna do that
encaged
one.
us, what you call it, steel walled and barbed wired us in all these
Right.
homes.
Born
Right.
home.
Born home, yeah,
Born
and
home was one
then
of them. They
Right.
had
exactly.
all them gates and bars and you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. They took us, brought us up here, had us do all this thing, put us in the city, and now you taking us and moving us out. And that's why the suburbs and different areas are so populated, like Riverdale, Fairburn,
Right.
South
Right.
Fulton,
See,
College
see,
Park.
the
All those were nice places at one time, but
thing of it is that they want to be an ATL in there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They want to
but they
say,
won't. They won't. They
yeah,
are
they,
transit. They are transit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They are
What I say?
transit.
Transplants is what it is.
Yeah.
Transplant. Yeah.
Yeah, transplants.
Wow.
So that's Atlanta. When you say Atlanta, you from Atlanta. Like when I tell some people down here that I'm
They
from
shocked.
Atlanta,
Hmm.
they be like, they
They
eyes
want to
open.
hear
You
stories.
you
Yeah.
you from Atlanta? Oh shit! And I be
Yeah.
like, man, that shit ain't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, cause
Yep.
they
Right.
want to hear, oh, we balling up here. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta the shit. You know what I'm saying? All
Yep.
that. They don't want to hear what's really going on up down there.
Right.
Exactly.
But see,
Wow.
man, it's
Right.
crazy.
Yep.
That's a
Wow,
fact, bro.
guys. This was a great walk down memory lane. I really appreciate y'all for,
Yes, it
just
was.
reminding me and taking me down and even putting me up on some things, knowing
Yeah.
that you fellas have, been in the studio and in the room when songs that we remember and we cherish and we still rock to, was
Hmm.
actually being developed.
Hmm.
But I do just want to close us out with just one closing question. Speaking of our city and how much it has changed and how we want the transits to just stop, we cut off. What if
Right.
someone, if someone who it has never visited Atlanta, right, asks you what makes our city special, what would you tell them? And what I would tell somebody is that, who have never visited our city, I tell them, it's the people, it's the
Yeah.
history. It's our
Mhm.
southern slang. It's our swag. It's our resilience. It's our, civil rights leaders that built this thing up. Andrew Young, Martin Luther
Right.
King,
Mhm.
Auburn
Right.
Avenue. Atlanta
Right.
is where civil rights history, was almost
Mhm.
like birthed, to
Yeah.
be
Right.
honest with you.
Right.
Black
Right.
excellence
Yeah.
lives here and lived here and is still here.
Mhm.
Entrepreneurship, our music, going down memory lane with you guys, even sports, our Southern hospitality is what all
Yeah.
comes together. Visiting Auburn Avenue, I used to hear about it, but now it's different. It's full of, bars that people then put here
Mhm.
and spots and lounges that don't even
Right.
exemplify what
No.
Auburn
No.
Avenue is
Yeah,
supposed
really
to
was.
and
Really was.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, you'll quickly understand why so many people fall in love with Atlanta, and I can understand. But what you guys got to add? If somebody who never visited here, what would you all say made our make our city special?
Well, I'm gonna say, I just say, look at TV, listen to the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Atlanta is out here now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We popping
Yeah, we
with
pop.
with the music and the
Mm-hmm.
artists and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the major artists that everybody hear from
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, they done came from Atlanta.
And filming. What about looking at movies? Y'all done seen so many times. Y'all look
Yeah.
at movie like,
Yeah,
I know that
Yeah.
neighborhood. I know them
yeah,
apartments.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Isn't that
Yeah.
something? And
just
it's
look.
Right.
been like that.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
been
like
like
that.
that.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I just say. Just look at the TV and the movies. You
That's
know
it.
Ti. You know Killer Mike. You
Yeah.
don't heard about Bankhead Seafood.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
Right.
gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all said it all, man.
What you say,
I,
Pat?
I say y'all said it all, man. It's that culture. I think we got. I always tell people, man, we are actually the culture of the South.
We
Yeah.
Atlanta.
mm-hmm.
And everything started right here. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we had some people that actually fought for our freedom.
Fault.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, that was right here.
Yeah.
Major
So
people. Major people.
major
They
Yeah.
made a
people,
difference.
man.
Blood on
Yeah,
these
man.
streets. Got their head
Yeah.
peeled. Went to
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
jail.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. It was the culture. We didn't adapt anything from nobody else. We had our own thing.
Yeah.
We we,
We
we had them
sure
start
did.
right. We started our own thing, man. We had, we were wearing them starter jackets with them dope boy Nikes and
Yeah.
them 2 for 25 Levi's from
Yeah.
Walton.
And the
Yeah.
and the, and the Jordache jean
Yes,
with the silk
sir.
shirt.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Jordache and silk shirts, man.
Yeah.
So, we started our own thing. Even with the music, people listen to it now. They like, oh man, the trap, the trap. I'm like, man, Sam and Sam were talking about that back in '84, man. What are you
Exactly.
talking
Yep.
about? Like, come on, man.
Come
So
on.
we had that 808 beats, bass and stuff in our
Mm-hmm.
music, and even back in the R&B days when we had the SOS band and
Yep.
climax
SOS and band. Yep.
and
Oh,
all of
you
that.
you
So
taking us? Yes. Come on now.
Oh,
yeah.
he's a
Yes.
guru. He's a
I
guru.
see. I see. I'm gonna have to go to school. I'm
Guru.
gonna have to go take a lesson now. I'm
I'm
gonna have
just
to
gonna
go.
I'm just gonna say this, man. In his house,
Wow, you
he
got a
probably
lot of
he probably
yeah.
got
You
a
got a lot
whole
of
slew of records back in the day and tapes and everything, man.
wow.
Yeah,
He can
man.
really take you back.
That's a
Yeah,
blessing.
man.
That's
So
a
Yes,
yeah.
blessing.
sir, man. Yeah, my
And I
mom.
also want to. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Pat.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just gonna say my mom, man, my uncles, that's all they did was listen to music. They had the big record collection. I
Oh,
just I just used to
okay.
listen to their stuff, and that's how I got into the music from them. So
I was finna say you grew up in that thing with it, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
remember they used to have the parties. Your mama, you got to go in the back,
Oh,
part man and house.
oh
It was so
wow.
big. Yeah. And,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
adults up in there smoking their
Yeah.
cigarette, playing cards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cooking.
Yes, sir.
Good days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good
Wow.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. They
Wow.
don't yeah, we don't they don't do that no more, man. It's like, But see, that's the culture I'm talking about, man. We got to
Mhm.
start getting back to community, hooking
Community.
up,
Yep.
and just getting to this thing. I don't know where this selfish mentality has come
Yeah.
from,
Mhm.
and it's all about this just individuality and look what I can do. I'm like, man,
People
look,
think you go, yeah. They they
yeah,
they they mad you go get ahead of them when it's enough for
that's
all
it.
of us out here.
That's
Mhm.
it, man. I'm
Mhm.
like, man, let's get back to locking arms and hugging each other and telling
That's
people we
right.
love each
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
and just just get back to that, man, to where Atlanta, came from, man. You got to realize, bro, we're the roots of
Oh,
this whole like slavery thing. Like that's
yeah.
what we did.
Yes.
We prayed and sang and talked to
Yeah.
God a lot and
Yep.
and we got to get back to that, man. and,
Yeah.
and and I think once we do, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And and the music thing, I keep referring to it because people don't know how powerful music is, but it is
It
very
is.
powerful,
Yeah. It's very
It's
powerful.
very powerful.
right?
Yep.
And
The move.
and
Music and
and
food.
Yeah.
Music and food will
music and
bring some
food,
folks
yes.
together. You hear
You better
me?
believe it.
Hmm.
You better
Yes.
believe it, man. And it's just I don't understand. I do understand, but somehow, you know, we got to take ownership back of the
Mm-hmm.
whole culture of Atlanta music. You got some out there. I ain't gonna lie, it's some great artists out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got some positive artists. They want to keep them to the side. They don't want them to get in the forefront. I think, a lot of people are
But they
afraid of
know.
some stuff.
They
Yeah.
know.
Right,
They
right.
What
afraid of.
Mo say? They
They.
know. We
Yeah.
know.
Right,
They afraid.
right,
They afraid of the real.
Yeah.
right.
And
They're
some of
afraid of
these
the real.
artists are preaching the real truth out here
Mm-hmm.
Right,
in music
right,
form. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
right,
They
right,
just.
right,
And we seen
right,
it. And
right.
we done it all. Done it all.
Done it all, man.
Done
It's
done it
crazy,
all.
man.
Shout out to
You
Mook
know,
B
yes,
and
sir.
you know,
Born a Mac.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys, man, and you talk about food, man. Come on now. You talk about the beautiful restaurant that was on
The
Auburn.
beautiful
Come
yeah.
on, man.
You
You
know,
know,
they just closed the
Cascade.
Soul Vegetarian down.
I didn't
Soul
know that.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, Soul Vegetarian. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
It was
man.
on. It was in the West End by the CBS.
I
Mm.
remember. I remember that. I
You
remember
remember?
that.
Time. I
Yeah,
remember Q Time, the
yeah.
beautiful Mary Mac Tea
Pizza.
Room. I think that burnt up. Did they ever
Ooh.
that's down by your way. Did they
Yeah,
build
yeah,
it back
yeah.
up? Is it
I
caught
don't
on
know. I
fire?
didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it.
Mm.
We didn't come down punch, but I remember. Yeah, we used to eat at Mary Mac's a lot. You know
Food
what I'm saying?
banging. Yeah.
Chanterelles.
Yep.
Yeah, like you say, Q time.
Chanterelles. Uh,
Yeah,
I remember
Chanterelle.
Chanterelle.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah, man. We used to have
Wow.
a lot of good food places, man. And then we used to cook our own food and have family over every Sunday. Everybody go to the
Yep.
curb market
The
during the
curb
week,
Yeah.
market.
man.
Curb market ain't even the same. Had
No,
to take my grandma
no.
down there. Go get her veggies, her
It,
meat.
yeah,
Yes, the
Yeah,
yeah,
curb market. Come on
yeah,
now. Yeah. Wow. We done
yeah.
went up through there. We done went down
Yes,
memory
sir.
lane. But
Yes,
one
sir.
word that I know that I just feel that was birthed here in Atlanta is shouty. Shouty. That word
Shout it.
shout.
shout it,
Shout it.
yeah.
Shouty. Shout it.
Shout
What's up,
it.
shout
Shout it, come holler at me.
Shout it, what's up?
Yeah.
And people, you know what? People who don't understand that, they be like, damn, shout it. Yeah, shout
Yeah.
it. That was
Shout
it
it.
right
That's
there.
it.
Shout it.
That
That
was
was
it.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it bro now.
They
What's up,
call it
bro?
bruh now. Come
No,
on.
no,
And
twin,
when you
twin,
said
twin,
bruh,
Yeah,
twin now,
twin
yeah.
and
Twin now,
unk
twin,
yeah.
and unk.
Yeah.
What's up with
Yeah.
that unk?
Yeah.
yeah,
What's
and
up,
auntie.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
auntie.
Hey,
I'm the
auntie,
rich
Yeah,
yeah.
auntie. That what
yeah,
That's
I
right.
done moved into the auntie era too.
Right,
yeah.
right, right. Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Well, guys, this
Well,
was such a great conversation. Thank you all for everything that you put in. I'm super excited. I'm about to go pull up me some videos and some, to look at how we used to be really back in the day. But just to
yeah, I love
close
it.
out, Atlanta, we the shit. Atlanta
Right,
has never stood still.
right,
Every generation that has watched our city just reinvent itself, our growth is just
right.
it's just invariable, but
That's right. That's
preserving
right.
our history it's up
That's
to
right.
us, like you just said,
Right.
Pat. It's up to us. It's a choice, we can celebrate new businesses, new neighborhoods, new opportunity, even some of the new folks that's coming here, but we still need to honor our communities and bring it back. Keep God
That's
in the
right.
center, have our traditions, have the people who actually built Atlanta long before us, who we just spoke about. We had the first black mayor here, Shirley Franklin.
Yeah.
We need to just before it actually became the city that it is now, everybody wanted to move here and they still want to move here. But my
Right.
hope is just that, our future generations would know not only where Atlanta is going, but also where Atlanta came from, because understanding our history is what's going to protect, the soul of our city.
Right.
And
Right.
so again, Atlanta, we it. Shout it.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a pleasure, man. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yeah,
And
of course,
I,
Pat. We can hang
I
out
really,
again, man.
yeah, I really
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. Just let me know, and I'm here. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much. It was a great honor.
Absolutely.
I thank
Yep.
you. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All
Yes,
Yes.
right,
yes,
all
yes.
right.
Have a good evening.
Y'all. We finna take it on in, and thank y'all out there watching. Thank y'all for taking time out your day
Hmm.
to look at the Westside Real show, and thank you, Conte, for being a great co-host and host on the show. And thank you, Pat. Hey, you my boy, you my family, you my brother. And
Yes, sir. All the time.
yeah. And we just gonna
West
be up out of here.
side.
Peace out, y'all. Peace
West side.
All right.
All right,
Peace.
y'all take it easy.
All
Bye.
right. Go for it.